and welcome back to the final card on my Marvellous Masks class this morning even. I'm Julie Kettlewell and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. And for the third card, well, I've not actually even made the third card, which is a little bit freaky in itself because I came to do it and one of my brushes needed cleaning and I had to wash it and it's still wet. Anyway, I'm just going to do this card off the cuff with you. I've got an idea in my head what I want it to look like, and I want to go through your pack, so this could be quite interesting. I've done a design like this before. It's a tri-panel card. So we've sort of done the hardest card in the middle of today's session. Now in your pack you've got a Misty Moonlight card base. You have a large piece of basic white that's the full size of the front of a card. Put that to one side. You've also got this piece of white. Now, this measures, I do believe, 8.5. Yep. And I think it's by 12.8. It is 8.5 centimetres by 12.8. We also have a messy desk. We have these two punched out shapes. So we're going to put all that and the ribbon, we've got the denim ribbon as well, to one side. And what I'm going to do to start with is I'm going to do that trick from the last card and I'm going to put some glue on the back and I'm going to tap it off just to make it tacky rather than for it to stick permanently. And I'm going to pop it on here. Now, I think I might use this Art Deco one. And what I'm going to do, it's a little bit, we are going to do 3 different colours on here, but we are going to cut them down. So this piece measures 10.5, but we're only going to need to use pieces that are 2.5 in width. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here. So it's about 3.5 centimetres in. And I'm going to take some tape. Because don't forget our white should be stuck down. I'm going to take some tape. Do that. Want to stick it up there, but make sure you don't cover the white card. Doesn't actually, it's going to be a little bit wider than I need, so that'll be okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Calypso Coral brush to start with, and I'm going to ink up, and I'm going to come quite heavy at the top. Okay, so I'm going to come heavy at the top. Oh, look, I've gone over. Be careful you don't go over. And then I'm going to come down and get a little bit lighter. I am going over, but never mind. We'll see how, and then just get lighter, lighter, lighter until it fades there. So I've tried to create a bit of an ombre. I'm going to go back up there, get it a bit darker. Can you see what I've done there? Yeah. And then I'm going to move this over using my ruler about to 3.5. Stick that down. And I'm going to grab my fresh freesia and my fresh freesia brush. And I'm going to go again quite heavy up here. Now I'm going to end up, I think I'm going to end up with some, because I've not cleaned it, I've got some Calypso on. But that's fine, I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to do an experiment. Let's just experiment, Julie, and let this come down gradually. I think what's happened is I've rubbed a bit of, I should have washed my mask, but it's fine. I'll learn the hard way and then we've got that, yeah. And then I'm going to move it over for the final one. Now, because my brush needed cleaning, I'm actually going to use my Fresh Freesia brush with Polished Pink, but I'm going to rub all the ink off because Polished Pink's darker, so it should be fine. I'm going to go in quite deep up there and then come down and get a bit lighter there. Okay, I've not spent too long doing that. But what I've got is 3 panels. Yep. And I'm going to take that off. So I've got 3 different panels. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to trim this down to 12.3. I'm going to take a bit off the top to start with. And then it needs to go down to 12.3. So that's quite a lot off the bottom. So I'll take a little bit more off the top because it's quite intense at the top there. And then 12.3. Just a little bit off the bottom. And then these strips need to be cut into 2.5 centimetre strips. So hopefully you will see what I've done here. We'll have enough and it won't overlap. So that is just Polished Pink, yeah? And then I'm going to trim this down. And then hopefully I've just got a bit of Fresh Freesia on one. I've actually got a bit of Calypso, but I think that, hey, that's not bad, that's not bad. And then finally, so I've trimmed these down to 2.5 centimetres. In fact, it's probably easier to do that at this side. Okay. So how this is going to work, we are then going to grab our little piece of the white card that I said was 8.5 by 12.8, and we're going to do these 3. So you can do these in any different colours that you like, but we've created a background for these, and then we should have a little panel like that. Okay, so it's just showing you how to do them as backgrounds. So I'm going to grab my glue. I've done this style before using patterned papers, but I've not done it with masks. What I should do actually is lay them all 3 on like that, and then take them off one at a time. Okay, there we have our little panel. And I'm going to add this to my... Now, I chose Misty Moonlight because it sort of goes with everything. It's a little bit like denim, and I chose the denim ribbon because that sort of goes with everything, a bit like jeans. So I am going to tie this around my panel. I always do it upside down. There we go. I just need to mess about with that a little bit. Okay. That can go on my card there like that. Oops, my tummy's going. And then I've got this punched out shape that I've done. And I can use a lovely sentiment for this. Now, where is my stamp set? I want one that's a little bit bigger that fills more in. You're on my mind and in my heart. I could do that. Let me have a look at some others I have. Where would I be without a friend like you? I like that. This is from the Special Moments. That's part of the celebration. It's free with a 90 spend. It's one of the big ones because it's a biggie. So I'm going to use basic grey. And I should really be using a matte, but let's have a go. That's all right. I might do that again because it's a little bit skewy. We'll see which is the better one. That's better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little label to go behind it. So I've got my curves at the top and the bottom. Curves at the top and the bottom, but I'm going to flip it, cut it in two like that. And then I'm going to pop foam pad there and one there, well dimensional, one there and one there. And then I'm going to line that up, but I'm going to allow a little bit of the colour to pop out like that. And same with this one. Line that up. And that is going to sit on here. Now I think I need to make my bow a little bit smaller. Just need to get that knot in the middle a bit tighter. And then there we go. That's better. And then I just want to be able to see a little bit of the ribbon peeping out there, you see. And then I'm going to glue this. Oops, I'm going to glue this on. Slip that in there like that. And glue that on. Oops, moved it. Okay, and then that is going to stick onto our card base. We have a nice big border on this design, which I like. I like the nice big border. So you see plenty of the misty moonlight there. And there we have our last card using the background. So let's move this messy grid paper and let me pop out all the cards that we've made today. Well, all, there's 3. you see them there like that? Yeah, there we have. So this was only 15 minutes, that one. So there we have today's makes with the Marvellous Masks. I would love you to send me photos or pop them on my page or my group, sharing what you've made from today. Can't wait to see those. I just love this one the best. But thank you for taking part in my class today. Thank you for watching and for keeping me company. And if you would like any more information on any of the products, then please just leave a comment on this YouTube video and I will get back to you. And I will see you next week for Coffee and Card on Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Bye.